Hi, welcome back to Not Your Mother's Hobbies. Today we have a special celebration. Woo! Subscriber special, baby! Love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. It's been awesome. So much so that by the time I'm posting this, we're almost at 700. So this is kind of a 500, 600 successful channel growth celebration. We're going to look at these Street Fighter 2 metal miniature little collectibles. My wife, Maruchan, got these for me. Actually, they were a Christmas present. She was trying to get these Record of Lotus War miniatures because I love them so much, but she ended up getting scammed. So she got me this instead, which is great. I mean, not getting scammed, but I was touched by her efforts and really appreciated these really interesting and maybe rare or not often seen sets for Street Fighter miniatures. So we're going to take a look at these today and do painting for one of them. So I don't know how many sets there are, but we've got two of them here. Looks like a Series 1, Series 2. Taking a peek inside, we got our first one. We got a Chun-Li here. You can see it's kind of a bronzed. We also have a Ryu in a Shoryuken pose. You can see up top that they didn't really care too much for the casting. They have a connection up there. Some of the miniatures have this. Easily cut off if you wanted to. We have Sagat. You can see that the bronzing is very dark on his chest. It's very aged. It's rusting up a bit. Got a bit of a black patina on it. Here you can see on Bison as well. He's got some corrosion, some serious corrosion on him. We got another Ryu pose. His standard crossed arms looking badass. This one's not in bad condition. We have another Chun-Li. Again, her standard badass pose. And like Sagat, she's got a bit of a black tarnish to her. We got this badass looking Balrog. Pretty sweet. He's got a little bit of corrosion, but not too bad. And we have Vega. Also, a little bit of corrosion up in the neck. But otherwise, not too bad. So that's all of them together. Not too shabby. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Let's pick one to paint then. We're going to do this Balrog. I really liked him. He was pretty good condition. Cleaned him up a bit. And right to the painting. So let's just talk a little bit while we have the painting tutorial go on. You know, because I don't have too much to say. But I really want to just talk about, miniatures in general, and thank you guys for all your support. I hope you find a lot of these videos, even the subscriber specials where we just chat and show interesting things. I hope you guys enjoy that. I'd like to do some more vlog type videos. I have some interesting parts of my collection that I want to share, some rare or classic miniatures. I really like the old style miniatures, almost like the old Hammer. The kind of weird, chunky Ralpartha style classic fantasy miniatures. So I have a lot of interesting collections from classic old Hammer and old Ralpartha D&D such that I'd really like to share with you guys. I hope you're interested in that. As well as, I'd like to also share some, and with that comes actually some interesting finds in Japan. So my wife, Maruchan, as you may or may not know, is Japanese, and so we're often in Japan with family and visiting. And while I'm there, I try to take a peek at some miniatures and get some interesting things for my collection that you might not see. It's really hard to find classic small miniatures there. It's not really a common thing. So a lot of finds are usually kind of larger Gundam style model kits, so like a robot kit or even like an anime figure kit. They're going to be on the larger side. But occasionally I do find some really rare or just unique smaller miniatures, because that's what I'm after. Stuff that's kind of 32 millimeter scale. And I want to share those with you. Because every time I go, I pick something up, or, my sister-in-law will find something and hide it away, or even Maruchan will, keep her eyes on the lookout, like with those Lotus War minis and these awesome Street Fighter 2 minis. And I think it would be really cool to share some of that, because I doubt that many people in the English-speaking side of this hobby community and miniatures community have seen or heard of, or are aware of a lot of these interesting finds or what's out there, what you could find. I think it's really cool to share. So I hope you guys will be excited or receptive and looking forward to that. I know I am. I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys, and I hope that as kind of a less of a tutorial, less of a painting video, it'll allow me to, you know, do a little more frequent posting, as it's a little less editing intensive, and so it's more just kind of like having a conversation with you guys and, you know, taking some video of just displaying stuff and whatnot. And so with that, we can kind of post more often and, have a few more double video weeks, or, weeks that maybe I don't have a painting tutorial ready, just, because life happens, that instead we can do that and we can share, and you guys can still feel included, or you can still feel like excited during the week for another Not Your Mother's Hobby video. You know what I mean? Keeping the conversation going and inviting, you guys to share your own stories, or, your own comments or criticisms about, oh, I like that miniature. That was really cool. I've never seen that before. Wow, what an ugly miniature. Are you going to paint it? Because sometimes even a weird looking mini, or a mini that you don't really like, or is very strange, the painting process is what brings it to life. I think we saw that with a couple of the HeroQuest extra minis recently, like the ones from the Mythic tier heroes, right? The Orc, I really hated, but I had a lot of fun painting him. Or the Druid, I thought I would have more fun, and actually didn't like it at all. So with these kind of more weird and obscure minis, we can kind of continue that. You can tell me maybe if you'd like to see one of them painted, because of course I do painting, not always on camera, right? What would you like to see shared? Are those even things you'd like to witness? Outside of the regular scheduled HeroQuest or board game miniature painting that I've got planned. Speaking of planned and what comes later, once we're all caught up on HeroQuest, I've got quite a few, board games that have yet to be painted or are in various stages, and I'd like to pose polls for you guys to vote on, see what you're actually interested in, as well as maybe incorporating some other parts of my collection, like maybe Lord of the Rings, or I know Warhammer can be a little triggering, as it's the most popular kind of clickbaity thing, but I do collect some Warhammer, and if you guys would like to see more of those, I know that my Black Templar video was more a lesson in being okay with mistakes than it was a real, discussion tutorial. But if that's something you guys want to see, let me know too. I think that's what's good about the subscriber special vlog videos, is it's more just asking questions and inviting you guys to talk down in the comments and whatnot. I try to see all the comments and reply and react, and it helps that we are a little smaller in terms of subscriber counts and people interacting, but at the same time, as that grows, I hope to be able to still communicate with you guys and take your feedback and make this real joint effort in what we're sharing, what we're seeing. So let me know. But back to board game selection for, series to continue with. I have Zombicide Invader. While that's mostly painted for the alien side, the Xeno side, there is all of the heroes that have yet to be painted. So if that's something you'd like to see, that could be an option. I've also got the Resident Evil board games. The latest one just arrived. I think it was Resident Evil 1 they just finished. So if you guys would like to see 1, 2, or even 3, or all of them, in a straightaway series, let me know there too. It's monsters and zombies and iconic characters and whatnot. There's also Massive Darkness, which I would really love to paint. I'm a huge fan of Zombicide as well. I have the original collection all painted up, and I'm actually going back and touching up some of my old Zombicide heroes, as I feel like I've grown and I just want to add a couple more highlights here and whatnot. Which, speaking of, if that's something you want to see, maybe I could do a little mini video on how to go back to a miniature and just add some extra detail real fast, real quick, low effort. Um, Also in the backlog, I've got Monster Hunter. That's another one. Or hey, how about the Dungeons and Lasers Archon Studio NPCs? Or even terrain. I'm not a big fan of doing terrain tutorials because I find terrain so easy. But hey, if that's something you want to see, is like how to do an easy terrain, that's also something to voice your opinion on. I hope all those things are interesting to you guys. I hope it all sounds like, fun projects down the pipe. I really love Hero Quest, and I can't wait to get on to the next expansions. But I hope you guys are equally excited for what comes after, or me experimenting with some other kind of videos to just share and show you guys what you might not see or you might not know, or just to engage in general if you have seen or you do know, to see what you guys think. What's your favorite D&D class? What's your favorite show? What's your favorite anime? Do they have miniatures? Do they have any memorabilia that could be enhanced or 3D printed? Do they have model kits? Do they have miniature lines? Do they have action figures? What about doing a kit bash to get an approximation of your character or what you're looking for? I know that good old Peachy over at Painting Phase, he's been doing some real fun kind of conversions, easy little kit bashes, like with his raid sponsorship. He did that one character and showed you how you could make a tabard with tape, right? But like those kinds of things, for getting your favorite characters or your fantasy or what you're interested in. I hope that all sounds fun. I hope you guys had fun watching this cool Balrog. Look at this dude, looking sick. Really love the skin on this guy, and you can see I used some Bugman's Glow for lips and some experimental highlights. But with that, I really want to thank you guys one more time for all your support. You really make me feel accepted. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.